Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with our daily advice for October 24th, 2017. Thank you for joining me. Let's have a look at what the energies are for us today, what we're dealing with, and what we need to know about these energies in order to use them for our highest good. So the first card that we have, representing the influence of the past on our current situation, we have the Queen of Cups. With the cards that I have here, we're going to go through all the cards, but the first message that came up very strongly, very clearly, is that today is not a day to let people push our buttons or to allow them to get under our skin or to engage toxic people in any kind of a way. Okay, toxic people, environments, or situations. The Queen of Cups represents our energy. This is an energy of kindness, a gentle soul, always trying to work with people, always trying to see the best in people, always trying to stay positive, always trying to hope for the best, okay, with this energy. Being a true friend to people, being someone's teacher, guide, protector, best friend. This is where we're coming from. This is innocence, in a sense, okay? It's where we are honest. We are honest, we are open, we are hopeful, and hopefully, you know, we think that hopefully if we treat someone in a good way, in a positive way, they will see that, they will appreciate it, and they will return the favor, so to speak. Alright, so, but this is genuine energy, okay? This is being ourselves. This is not putting our guard up. This is not trying to be fake. This is being our loving selves, the kind souls that we are, okay? This is where we're coming from. In today's energy, we have the Five of Swords. So with the Five of Swords in today's energy, this is the Take No Prisoners card. This is, I don't care if I am right or wrong, as long as I have the final word energy. This is the I don't care who I hurt with my words, as long as everyone listens to what I have to say type of energy, okay? The Five of Swords is a bully in our lives, or a group of people who are bullies, or just a group of people who are negative, pessimistic, and they always talk down to us, or they always try to chip away at our self-esteem or our confidence, because why are we so confident? You know what I mean? What makes you so special? And this is happening in our environment, okay? With this being a number 5 card, it's happening in our environment, and it's attached to changes. Funnily enough, I do know what these cards talk about for myself. I can see what they're trying to say for me. But hopefully each of us can relate to the message, okay, one way or another. So there are changes. Either change has happened already, it is happening now, or it is about to happen, with this being a number 5. And not everyone is happy with it, okay? There are changes that impact multiple people. Sometimes it shouldn't. In certain cases, it shouldn't impact other people, but somehow they are impacted, or they choose to be. And in other cases, it is a change that impacts or affects multiple people. And again, not everyone's happy. And this says, maybe today, it's not about letting these people change who we are. It's not about letting toxic people make us toxic. It's not about letting bad people turn us into bad people. Someone who thinks in a very negative way and speaks in a very negative way will often attract the same kind of thinking and the same kind of words from the people they hurt. So if someone is being mean to us, we feel like we need to be mean in return. If someone is trying to humiliate us or say things that are degrading, we feel a certain kind of way about that, and we feel like either we want to talk back to these people, put them in their place, or we feel angry, whether or not we show it, or we may think, you know, I hope you get what's coming to you, or stuff like that. So for today, it's a reminder. We are good people. What other people say or what other people do doesn't need to be important to us, doesn't need to affect us, and more importantly, doesn't have to change us, or shouldn't change us. Kind people are often taken advantage of and seen as gullible or dumb because of their kindness, and that's a sad thing, but it's unfortunately the world we live in. That does not mean we should not be kind anymore, because the world needs more kindness, and it has to start somewhere. This is not to say we should be someone's doormat. This is not to say we should force ourselves to turn the other cheek even though we don't feel like that's what we should do or that's what we want to do. It's about being true to ourselves, acknowledging feelings or thoughts that someone else may be triggering within us, but then taking a deep breath. And you know the saying, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Not in a bad way, like suppressing what we have to say or what we would want to say, but coming from a place of understanding, where just because someone throws negativity our way, if we throw negativity back at them, it doesn't really change anything. It just makes things worse. Okay? So it's a reminder for us to draw on our strength, to remember that we are kind people, to remember that we are good people, to remember exactly who we are when certain people or situations or the circumstances and what our environment is may try to test that. Okay? Now it doesn't have to be a difficult day. It doesn't have to be difficult energy. It doesn't have to be heavy energy. There may be a hint of it, but forewarned is forearmed. So if we do see someone do something, or they're talking in a way that triggers something within us and it's not something good, we can go back to the message. Okay, I know what this is about. What's the best thing and the most positive thing I can do here for myself, but also for the situation, you know? And that could be walking away. That could be, you know what, I don't want to have this conversation right now. Thank you very much. Or, you know what, that's your opinion and you're entitled to it. Doesn't mean anything to me. However, it doesn't have to. I respect your opinion. Good for you. It doesn't have to trigger something in me or make me feel bad or anything less. Okay? And it's going to be up to us to choose what the best way to handle difficult situations, difficult people, difficult energies. Okay? There's a million different reasons why someone may be negative or just nasty or rude. Oftentimes it comes from a place of pain, their anger that they don't know what to do with, their insecurities that they don't know how to handle, and they feel the need to overcompensate. People who feel the need to hurt other people because that's making them feel better about themselves, those are sad people. Okay, those are unfortunate souls, tormented souls. And it is easy to think badly of someone or wish them harm, or at least for them to get what they deserve, you know. It doesn't really help. It doesn't help us. It doesn't help the other person. It doesn't help the situation. It can be easy, you know, speaking from experience, and we all know this. I'm sure we all have experience with this. It can be so easy to think, oh God, I wish you would just shut up, or I wish you would just go away, or I wish I never saw you again in my life, or I wish I never had to work with you, or I wish you get what's coming to you. It can be very easy, because especially when we're good people and bad things happen, you do think that, you know what, I don't deserve this, why is this happening? And we can feel like we need to defend ourselves or lash out, okay? However, the Queen of Cups is here to remind us of our kindness, and innocence. And that is never a weakness, no matter what people say. It is never a weakness. It is always a strength. Not everyone can be kind. Not everyone can be gentle. Not everyone can be compassionate. And that's the truth. It's a strength. It is not a weakness. So we just need to remind ourselves of that. And the energy that we're moving into tomorrow with, we have the Hangman. The Hangman can be here to symbolize inaction, to say, okay, well, we may be dealing with a difficult individual today or a difficult situation today, and maybe not acting on what we want to do, or not acting on certain thoughts that come to mind, or not overcompensating or reacting and saying certain things before we've had a chance to think them through. Inaction may be a good way to handle things. This is also very peaceful energy. This is staying in our integrity and in our wisdom, and just taking a deep breath, observing what is happening, observing circumstances, understanding them, learning from them, but not acting in a certain way because of the circumstances, if that makes sense. Like if someone says something rude, for example, the energy of the Hangman would translate to, okay, you hear the word, okay, I'm going to take a deep breath here, and in a split second, instead of thinking, what's this guy's problem, and then it's going to be more negative thoughts after that, because when we open the door, they do come in. Instead of thinking that, taking a deep breath and just looking at the situation from an outside perspective. Okay, so he said that, or she said that. How does that make me feel? Okay, well, is that good or bad? What do I want to do about it? Is that good or bad? Is that really going to help the situation? Is this person really that important in my life? Should I care what they think? Should what they think have an effect on me that takes away my power and takes away my confidence, takes away from me being a kind soul? More often than not, the answer is going to be no, in which case we can choose to wish them well and walk away. You will find, especially when dealing with bullies, that's the worst thing you can do to them. Because they want a reaction, they need that reaction, they need to see that they've hurt you, they need to see that they did something to you, because that makes them feel like they have power, and that makes them feel better about themselves. And so honestly, the worst thing you can do is to look at them, smile, or look at them, not say anything, and just say, okay, you take care now, and go. That's probably one of the worst things you can do, because they're not going to understand that reaction, and it's going to make them feel like they do not have control over you, and it's probably going to make them angrier. Either way, that's their problem, that's their choices. You choose to stay positive. You choose not to let their negative energy into your space. Okay? It doesn't say take on the bully or put the bully in his place or her place. Everyone will do what they feel is right. However, the Queen of Cups is here as the first card to remind us that we are good people. That's our essence. That's our core. We are good people. We are a beacon of light, and we're going to attract some shadows. But we can lead the way and continue to bring in light, or we can choose to let the shadows dim our light by us taking someone's words on and feeling negatively and thinking negatively and so on and so forth. Our guidance card is number 16, orange, nurture yourself. So yourself stood out when I first laid out the card. So it's almost like with the Five of Swords in our environment, this is saying, you know what? There may be a lot going on in the environment today. There may be a lot going on in the encounters that we have today. We may be talking to a lot of different people. We may be talking to some difficult people. or heavy energy or difficult situations. But that's okay. We can only do what we can do, and the only person that we can control is ourselves. We can choose how to react. We can choose what to say in a situation. And it's about nurturing ourselves, nurturing yourself. So no matter what goes on in our environment, no matter what kind of people are around us, we can choose whether or not we let them get to us. And 16 adds up to a 7. That is about our beliefs, our integrity, our truth, knowing what our truth is, who I am as a person. I know who I am as a person, and so if anyone has anything negative to say, I know that is not me. That may be their perspective of me, and there could be a million reasons why that is, and it's not my problem. I know who I am. I respect that everyone has their opinion. I don't have to take it on. I don't have to make it my own or allow it to do anything to me, really. So it's about that. It's about standing in our own truth, setting some boundaries perhaps, and again that goes back to choosing what we say, how we react, how we feel. We can choose. And it's about, what do you want to do? Do you want to be angry today, or do you just want to be positive? Do you want to focus on more cheerful things? Because you know what, we may be in an environment, maybe, you know, it's life. It's not perfect. Maybe we do work, for example, in an environment that's not the best, but we do need the job. That doesn't mean we're supposed to lose our health there, and every day when we go there think about how much we hate being there. We can choose to think about whatever we want when we're at work. It may not be the best environment, but we can go to our happy place, so to speak, to get through the day, and then we go home, and then we surround ourselves with more positivity. So it's about choosing what we want to feel, to think, to see. It's about choosing to nurture ourselves. If we can help someone, by all means, we should. If someone is really beyond our help, then we're supposed to see the situation for what it is. You know what? There's nothing I can do here. There's nothing positive that I can do here for this person to see that they're doing things that they shouldn't, or they're saying things that they shouldn't. They know what they're doing. Maybe they think that they're right in what they're doing and what they're saying. So there's really nothing I can do to change that. But I can choose to pray for that person, or pray for the situation, or say something nice, say something positive, bring some positive energy into it. If that person doesn't see the light, at least we are still surrounded by light, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I hope I'm making sense. This is a very strong message, very strong message, so I hope that it makes sense. I hope that I was able to relay it in a way that makes sense, and I really hope that it helps. It is a matter of choice and a matter of perspective with the Hangman. So let's choose to continue to be kind people, maybe put up some boundaries in terms of who we allow into our lives and who we allow to get a reaction out of us. Maybe put some boundaries up so that we keep ourselves safe. But let's not lose our kindness, and let's not see it as something that people take advantage of or something that makes us seem weak, because it truly is a beautiful thing, and it truly is a strength, not a weakness. Okay? We can't control people, we can't control the world, but we can have a say in how we feel, what we think, what we want to see, what we want to feel. what we want to experience, what we want to focus on, what we want to give power to, who we want to give power to. Those are all our choices. So let's use them, and let's use them well today, and always for that matter. So that's our message. I really hope that it helps. Okay, let me know. It's a pretty intense message. We haven't had such an intense message in a while. I don't remember the last one we had that was so intense. But I really hope it helps. Okay, it helps me, makes me think about things differently actually. So hopefully it helps everyone else. Let me know. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. Let's have a beautiful day as always, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care.